Hello Aries, how is it going? Thank you so much for joining me. If you would be interested, head over to the website rubyreadstarot.com to book a reading with me. Aries, thank you so much for the love and support. Shall we take a deep breath together? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Release and let go, Aries. All of that energy that was in your sign earlier this year, I think, has given you a clearer perspective as to where you need to go and what needs to be done and what it is that is left on the checklist. And Aries, it's all about go, 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 go. But let's not burn ourselves out either. There has been a need for you to take a serious rest. There has been, Aries, some confusion and a need to release. Aries, there has been a breakdown in a situation, and I feel like the ghosts of what was may still be haunting you and causing some sort of not only isolation but feeling of confusion. It's almost as if there has been a struggle in letting go of something, and it seems even as if the clouds and the rain won't seem to disperse. Let's get some more cards for Aries for the month of June in their highest and best good. Trickery, enlightenment, impartiality, and discovery. Okay, Aries, I feel like there may have been some form of betrayal. There may have been some form of trickery, exactly that. Some form of deception in a situation that you may have found yourself, I think, confused as to the intentions or the truth or the reality of certain situations. I think you will benefit from really trying to draw a line under the experience and try and find some form of enlightenment from the situation. And I say that because discovery is here. It's almost as if like the lessons that you had to go through, the things that you are being confused about right now, it's asking you to make a very clear decision, facade, about where it is that you know you may not have been 100% authentic with yourself. Okay, now this is making a lot more sense. Aries, was there somewhere that you decided that something was, you were indifferent to it, that it wasn't important to you, and you decided that you wanted to look away from this thing? I think, Aries, there was some element of deception to yourself, where you may yourself have kept yourself away from a situation that you needed or you wanted to discover yet. Completion and despondence. Release and completion. Aries, I think you know that there is a mourning that is going on towards the end of a situation that you may well have felt like there was too much confusion and too much dishonesty, too much trickery. And I think instead of losing to a feeling of overwhelm, it's a good idea to seek now the lesson and some form of enlightenment, Aries. I think a situation has finished. I think you have reached the end of a certain situation. And I do think that if you are confused about something, it's always a good idea, instead of ruminating, to reach out and find some sort of clarity for yourself, if that's what you need to do. Faith at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this may have been some sort of question of, wow, where you may have been seeking perfection. You may have been on a quest where you may have been looking for perfection, but you may have been coming from a place of insecurity. Nothing is ever perfect. No one is ever perfect, Aries. I think we all try our best to be the best that we can be if we are good to ourselves. Aries, I think that it's probably time for you to surrender and release yourself from any confusion, because you may have decided to give something up, or somebody may have decided to give you up, and it's not time for you to create confusion for yourself by trickery. You know, if there is something that you decided to release and now you sit in some form of confusion about it, please don't create that facade for yourself, because I feel like there is an element of trickery that has gone on in the situation. Either you have deceived someone or somebody has deceived you, and it's now looking for the greater lesson in the entire situation. Do you know what I mean? And it's about the discovery, and it's about looking at your higher and future self and understanding for yourself where it is that you really might need to find some sort of balance between the truth that you project into the world and the reality of the truth that it is for you, Aries. A situation has come full circle. It's finished. It's come to you. You can't, I think you know that there is nowhere else you can go with this. And instead of getting disheartened, because you may have been looking for perfection and you know that this was only coming from a place of insecurity, Aries, I think it's a really good time for you to understand that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And in June, don't lie to yourself about your feelings, about how you feel, about the people that you want to be part of your life but may have left your life for whatever reason. Don't deceive yourself. Don't trick yourself, Aries. Don't do that. There is every reason for you to work on these insecurities and understand why you felt the need for perfection, knowing that perfection doesn't exist. And even if that had meant that you were maybe with too many expectations, or perhaps even too demanding, creating an understanding for yourself that certain situations did have to come to an end, because you know it's consequences, it's cause and effect, you know. And sometimes when it gets to a irreconcilable place, release, surrender, faith is the only thing left. But there's also a lesson here. Don't give up good things. Don't hurt good people. Don't live in a facade, and don't deceive yourself. Don't be impartial to those that you really want and those that you really love. Ultimately, life is a journey of discovery, and sometimes when we decide to release, the completion happens. And when a cycle is complete, the only thing that we can do is move on to the next. There's no need to be disheartened. Just understand that perfection doesn't exist. And sometimes when we let devils whisper in our ears because of our insecurities, and we lose people, situations, things because of it, there's lessons that we get to work on that help us improve ourselves. Aries, let's take the reading further. Book a reading with me at rubyreadstarot.com. There is currently a monthly saver going on where you can book 4 readings, 4 45-minute readings, tarot card readings, for the price of 2. So head over to the website rubyreadstarot.com. Thank you so much for your love and support here, guys. Have a good one.